Good evening and welcome to our October 21st, 2014 Ogden City Council meeting. Let the roll call reflect that all council members are present with the exception of Councilmember Wicks, who has asked to be excused. We will turn the time to Vice Chair Gochner for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise and join us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please join us for a moment of silence. Thank you. We now have the approval of minutes. The first minutes are the minutes of the special meeting and work session of April 8th, 2014, and the minutes of the regular meeting of May 6th, 2014. Councilmember Garner.
Yes, Chair Heyer, I have reviewed those minutes and found them to be correct to the best of my recollection.
And then the minutes of the closed session of May 6th, 2014, and the regular meeting of June 3rd, 2014. Councilmember Blair.
Yes, thank you, Chair Heyer. I have reviewed those minutes and found them to be accurate.
And the minutes of the joint study session of June 3rd, 2014, and the regular meeting of July 1st, 2014. Councilmember Stevens.
Chair Heyer, they're correct.
And the minutes of the work session of July 1st, 2014, study session of August 12th, 2014, and regular meeting of August 26th, 2014. Councilmember White.
Yes, Chair Heyer, I have reviewed those and found them to be correct.
And last, the minutes of the joint study session and regular meeting and work session of September 2nd, 2014. Vice Chair Gochner.
Thank you. I've reviewed those and found them to be accurate and would go ahead and make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion by Vice Chair Gochner to approve the minutes, seconded by Councilmember Blair. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, those pass. The next item is public hearing concerning boundary adjustments. And we will hear from Mr. Montgomery.
That focuses or not. If not, I'll just go ahead and, it's getting there. I can see it coming. Oh, good. Okay. Well, Mr. Chair, members of the council, the city had received a request from South Ogden City to look at a situation that had been raised by some of their citizens regarding property that borders along the McKay-Dee Hospital. Back in 1990, when, 2000, when the hospital was built, they had purchased the Glassman Farm, and for decades that area had been pasture land. When IHC did their development, they realized that there was a deed gap between the property they had actually owned and what had been the boundary lines of South Ogden and the fences of homes that were to the west of them. They quit-claimed those properties to the 20 different property owners at that time, and since that time, those property owners have received 2 tax notices. For the home that they live in, they receive a tax notice that is from South Ogden that has South Ogden tax rates. And for their backyards, the last 16 and a half feet of their backyards, they receive a notice, Ogden City tax rates. They receive 2 notices for one property because that deed gap did not correspond with the boundary lines of the 2 cities. So for your consideration tonight is a adjustment of the boundary lines between Ogden City and South Ogden City. Now, the way the state law outlines it is that both city councils have to adopt an ordinance agreeing to do that boundary line adjustment. As we reviewed this, the Planning Commission, we went over taxing consequences, that there's really minimal taxing consequence to the city. I think it's $30 some odd for the 20 properties. we can't provide services to these properties. It's isolated, that we don't have access to these properties. It just doesn't make any sense for these properties to be in Ogden City. And so the Planning Commission's recommendation to you is that we do a boundary adjustment with South Ogden City to shift the property, the boundary line of the two cities to the east, 16.5 feet. So all these properties will have all their land in South Ogden City and not the portion of the backyard in Ogden City. As I said, there's 20 properties, and there's also 3 pieces that are roads that are in South Ogden that are, again, are just the ends of those roads. And so there's 23 total parcels, but 20 are residential parcels. Again, we recommend approval of this boundary line adjustment.
Any questions for Mr. Montgomery? Okay, thank you.
If there's no further discussion.
Oh, we have a public hearing.
Oh, that's right, we do.
We are going to, we want to, in as much as this is a public hearing, we'd like to hear from anyone who has something to say about this particular item. Okay, look for a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Vice Chair Gochner, seconded by Councilmember Garner to close the public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? There.
And if there is no further discussion, I'll go ahead and make a motion that we adopt proposed ordinance 2014-38.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Vice Chair Gochner, seconded by Councilmember Garner to adopt proposed ordinance 2014-38. This is a roll call vote.
Councilmember Blair?
Aye.
Councilmember Garner?
Aye.
Councilmember Stevens?
Aye.
Councilmember White?
Aye.
Vice Chair Gochner?
Aye.
Chair Heyer?
Aye, that is unanimous. And I assume that South Ogden has some portion of this also to deal with. And so as
Tonight.
everybody gets done?
They're doing it tonight.
They're doing it tonight also? Okay. All right, that's great. Well, the next item on our agenda is public comments. This is an opportunity to address the council regarding your concerns or ideas. Please state your name and address clearly for the record and limit your comments to 3 minutes. No? Okay. Mayor, good to have you with us today.
Thank you, Sarah. Is late.
Any comments?
Nothing at this time. Thank you very much.
Okay, council members. All right, well, we'll look for a motion for to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Councilmember Garner, seconded by Councilmember Blair for adjournment. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Just as a reminder, there is a visiting workshop at Weber State University Hearst Center for Learning immediately following this meeting, as soon as we can get there.